Hello, hello, my sacred friend. Welcome to the intuitive guided message for August. I am so excited to be here with you. I'm excited about August and just to share some insights that have already been coming to me. And I'm just honored to be here with you. I appreciate your time, your heart, your desire to really tune into your inner guidance. And I just want to say, this is really a time for me to tap into what's feeling aligned. I've done a meditation and intention beforehand to ask to be guided today at, for the highest good of all those that are listening, for you and anyone that's listening. But like I always say, please tune in, take what you like, leave the rest. If there's anything that I say that does not resonate, then let it go. Let it go. And I would encourage you to listen to this, maybe even to close your eyes or put your hand on your heart. We are going to start with a little heart activation and perhaps to even journal during or after. What did you feel? What did you notice? What are your body sensations? If you haven't already taken my intuitive assessment, I really, really highly recommend you do, because it'll give you some more information about your dominant knowing, your dominant intuitive response and way of processing information on an intuitive level. So make sure that you do that. It's very easy. If you go to my website, you can do that, or juliereisler.com/intuition assessment. All right, my friend, we're going to get started. And before I choose some cards and get into the energy of this month, which is already popping out at me, and talk about the moon, the new moon in Leo, the full moon in Aquarius again, I'm just going to invite you, no matter when you're watching this, I think of it as we are all part of this larger, greater community, soul family. And so I'm just going to do a little connection in our heart to bring us all in heart coherence. That is a term that comes from Heart Math, the Heart Math Institute, one of my favorite places. And there is scientific backing that we have heart rate variability in our heart. And when we become or come into coherence, we can do this in our own bodies. We can come into heart-brain coherence, and we can also do this in a collective way, collective level. So let's just take a moment. I'm going to invite you to just put your hand on your heart, taking a beautiful, long, deep cleansing breath. Inhale and let it out. This might be the first time today, whether it's the morning, afternoon, or evening, that you are pausing and just really give yourself a moment for this space, for the grace, and for the place to come home to yourself, to come home to your heart, and just noticing as you're breathing, feeling as though you're breathing that energy and air in and out of your heart. Notice if you see any colors, any sparkling energy. I am seeing a golden, beautiful yellow, just emitting from my heart, moving to all of my body. We'll come back to that color because I can tell it's going to be a big one for this month. Just notice if there's a color for you, or an essence, or a feeling. Maybe there's more warmth now. Maybe you feel a little more peaceful. Just notice as you breathe in and out of your heart space. And we're just going to tune into the frequency of our heart, which is care, appreciation, those qualities of the heart, gratitude, right? Love. So maybe it's just being here in this moment, being grateful for your beautiful heart, your body temple. Maybe it is a furry friend that has just climbed on your lap, or your soul partner, or family, siblings, whomever, just whoever brings you that sense of love, compassion, care, and peace. Bring that energy in right now. We're going to extend that to our entire body from our heart, activating our inner world and our outer, the outer energy around you. And even though you don't, and I don't know everyone who's going to be watching this, let's send love, well-being, peace, and abundance to all of our brothers, sisters, family, soul family that is watching. And so I'm already feeling this is so beautiful. This is very connected to part of what will be shared about this month's intuitive guidance, this feeling of connectedness on a higher level. It starts with our heart, starts with our intention. And so just sending an offering, a prayer, a kind word to those you know and those you don't know that might be watching at a later time. You could use the metta format. May you be well. May you be at peace. May you be at ease. May you be happy. Or maybe it's just sending love from your heart. Whatever that might be, I'm going to give you a moment right now. And then slowly, before opening your eyes, asking your own heart, asking your inner wisdom, your intuitive guidance for a message. Maybe it's a word, a vision, an image, a sensation, a feeling. Notice how your body responds. There's no one right way. Notice your way of getting this inner teacher, inner guidance, that wisdom. And you could share below afterwards. Maybe you felt your body become full of this beautiful energy and felt warm tingling in your chest. Maybe you heard, be kind to yourself. Maybe you saw an image of yourself running along the beach, feeling free. Whatever it is, just notice. Maybe you didn't hear anything yet, and that's fine too. So with that, I'm going to invite you, my friend, to open your eyes, and we are going to get started. I am going to begin. I think I've told my story, but I created this deck actually originally for myself. This is the You-est declaration cards. I recommend using them in the morning to set your intention, but certainly you can use them anytime. I actually use them most days myself. And all I do is I take my deck, there are 33 cards, I'm going to shuffle them. I've already set the intention that whatever cards are chosen, that they will be for all of our highest good. So this one, woo, this is really, I don't know what card this is, but it is, and this one is sticking out. So I'm choosing 2 today, and I have another deck I'll be using in a little bit. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Oh my goodness, this is so interesting. It is so perfectly aligned, this card. Okay, beautiful. So the first card that I chose, and I'll show it to you, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it if you're watching this, is oneness. As I had said when we were in our meditation, that we are in a time right now, especially as we move into the full moon of Aquarius, that will be August 22nd. We are moving into a time, and it's also the new moon of Leo as well, is connecting more to one another, creating this deeper sense of real, genuine connection, and doing that in a way that's going to really shift our planet in a positive way. So oneness is like perfect. Actually, these are both perfect for this month. I love how this works. All right, I'll read it to you, and then I'm going to read some of the questions to ask yourself. So again, you could pause, journal, write some of your notes down, and then come back. That might be a good way to do this. If that works, do whatever works for you. All right, declaration. I am created from the highest frequency of love, and I am connected to all forms of life through this concept of a power greater than myself. Some call this God, goddess, higher power, infinite intelligence, source, divine universe, Mother Earth, higher self, whatever you call it. Any name is right. I celebrate my oneness with all that is, and I honor that we are all created out of love. This is so perfect for this month, especially with the full moon in Aquarius. So connected, so perfect. So here's some questions to ask yourself. Has there been a time I felt connected to something greater than myself and or a sense of oneness with all that is? How can I show love to someone I don't know today? That's a way to be more in that space of unity, of oneness. How might the concept of oneness serve my higher self and others today? And what can I do to radiate oneness? Okay, so that's the first card. We got oneness. Now, what is so amazing is the second card, I'll show it to you, I know you're waiting, is purpose. Purpose, remember how I said in the meditation, I saw gold and yellow? Purpose is very intricately connected with, for those who are familiar with your chakras, the 7 main ones. We have more, but the 7 main ones that most of us are going to study and know includes the 3rd chakra is your solar plexus. The color associated with it is yellow or gold. That chakra is all about that part of that solar plexus belly area is all about your purpose, your divine purpose and self-expression in the world. It is our divine will. And it is also very connected to the Leo energy. And of course, we are now in Leo energy. The new moon of Leo is on 8/8, the Lion's Gate, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So I love this card. This is, again, super connected. We've got the focus on purpose and oneness. And I'll share with you what's coming to me already with how these play together. But here's the declaration, okay? I was born with sacred gifts. You were all. We all were born with sacred gifts, skills, talents, and a purpose. I allow myself to stand firm and share mine with the planet. I affirm that we all have an important purpose. And then I want you to just brainstorm. Heartstorm is a better way to say it. Really go into your heart, into your body. What is your purpose? Now, don't get stuck on that. It could be to be my healthiest version and to model that for my children. It could be to be the best father or mother or parent or grandparent or auntie. It could be maybe it's teaching at the university that you're a part of and you love doing that. It's teaching and, waking up your students to new ideas. It doesn't mean you have to have this like solo purpose where, you're starting a business. For some of us, it will be. For some, it will be, starting a business, having your own career. For some, it will, but for others, there's a spectrum. There's infinite ways of expressing your purpose. Only you and your inner guide are going to have a sense of that. And what you can do is ask your heart, ask your solar plexus, put your hand on your belly. This is what I'm hearing right now. Put your hand on your belly and just tune in. And you could ask, when and where do I feel of service? When do I feel lit up? When do I feel like I'm at my best? When and where do I feel like I am making the biggest difference? Ask yourself, what brings me joy? Okay, those are the kinds of questions that are going to help you to get closer to your purpose. I do talk about this a lot. I know I have other interviews on my podcast, but in my book, Get a PhD in You, I do actually go into your purpose quite a bit. So that might be a resource for some of you. It's definitely experiential with a lot of activities. But if you're like, oh my God, where do I figure out my purpose? Seriously, check out Get a PhD in You. The whole point is to study yourself. We study everything but ourselves. So go study yourself in a loving, compassionate, curious way. And there's a whole section on purpose. So it's just a thought. All right. So here are some questions to ask yourself. How can I shine my light today? How can I add purpose to my life and that of others? And in what ways do I feel called to share my purpose? Okay. So these are so synchronistic because, as I said, with this intuitive guidance for the month of August, we start out in this new moon of Leo. Leo represents the lion. So sometimes, you can think of the lion as very self-focused. Who's a great example? Madonna is a Leo. There's some other awesome Leos out there. And there's nothing wrong with being self-focused, with being full in and of yourself, right? Because who else are you living with? So what the upgraded version and where we are right now, especially it happening on 8/8 on the Lion's Gate, is it's not just about focusing on yourself. It's also about connecting to others, right? It's about really doing this in a progressive way. Higher self-awareness, focusing on yourself with higher consciousness. And one of the ways to do that is to tap into your purpose. So I love it. This really, really goes beautifully. And I'll come back to the moon and how this is connected again. But again, with oneness. So oneness is very connected to the full moon. The full moon is in Aquarius again. That is going to be on August 8/22. And that is all about, Aquarius is about those lofty ideals, about changing the world, about having conversations and connectivity. One of my favorite human beings on the planet, Oprah, she's an Aquarius. That's an example of an Aquarius personality. So you might fall, again, if you're a Leo, if you're Aquarius, you may feel you have some of these traits, but usually there's little bits of kind of these traits in us that are coordinated to those signs. This sign of Aquarius, though, really is a time for deeper, intimate relationships, both with ourselves and with others. So love this idea of oneness. So as you step into your purpose and really do that inner digging and that heart work, that is going to lead to greater unity, greater oneness. So I love these cards. This is so great. And I want to share another thing about the month of August and something that came to me right away. If you look at, of course, the number 8, flip it on its side and it's the infinity sign. The infinity sign to me represents infinite intelligence. It represents abundance. So I really feel strongly, also the heat and end of the summer, we're at the height of the summer when crops are being harvested. This is a time of abundance. So you really want to notice what is coming to fruition, what is totally coming to its final ripening aspect. Maybe there's seeds you planted 2 years ago that are now starting to come to be harvested now. This is a time to really look and see what is it that is coming into full harvest and abundance in your life and in all areas. So that abundance, that 8 on its side, the infinity symbol, is super connected to really remembering our infinite nature, right? Remembering that you and I, we are connected to this infinite source. We are connected to this infinite wisdom, and that best teacher in the whole world, the abundance of knowledge and wisdom and love is within you and is within me. And so this higher awareness, we take the elevated version of the Leo, of the focus on self, and look at ourselves in a way that's really in an elevated manner where we're looking to see how can I, maybe it's adding, living a more green lifestyle. Maybe it's adding, more eco-friendly ways of living. Maybe it's changing your food so there's less waste, more organic produce. Like, maybe it's the thoughts you're having, upgrading those thoughts, how you manage your emotions, not stuffing them down, with alcohol or food, which has been my choice in the past, or spending or whatever it might be, but really to honor them, to look at them. So it's a beautiful time. It's a very abundant month. And that Lion's Gate is a very powerful spiritual time. I think of it as that 8-8, that is the new moon, which I'm going to talk about now. 8-8 is the new moon, and it is also the Lion's Gate. As I said, what I would encourage you, what I am seeing is really to think about, because in the new moon, we are setting our intentions. We're beginning a whole new 28-day cycle. So you could even think about, as you move through this gate, right? Where have you been up till now? We're heading into soon we're going to have one quarter, the last quarter of the year. So we're kind of moving into end of summer. Where are you moving through this gate right now? Where would you like to go for the rest of 2021? What can you celebrate and honor? What has been working well? And what is your intention? And just know, with this powerful energy, especially the 8 infinity symbol next to each other, this is a time to really affirm and to trust and to feel into, to visualize what your intentions are. Maybe it's for to find your soul partner. Maybe it's to uplevel your business. Maybe it's to release any weight that doesn't serve you, or to have more energy or sleep better, whatever it might be. This is the time. And something that can really help amplify this is to find somebody who can help you, to hold you accountable in a loving way. So I call them sacred buddies. Okay, so it could be somebody here, somebody in the You-est community for soul seekers, the Facebook community, or someone else, anyone. So that is the new moon. That is on 8-8. The organs that are associated with this new moon, with Leo, are the heart, right? Courage. Core in French is heart, that time of the heart. It's all about your heart. It's about your blood circulation, blood pressure. So really, really nurturing your heart, staying open-hearted with yourself, with others. Okay, so that is the new moon. And then the full moon is again on August 22nd. As I mentioned, we are going into Aquarius again, that full moon. Huge focus on, again, really up-leveling your connection and authentic and genuine communication, connectivity, consciousness with others within communities, and giving yourself that space and time to go within and also to share from your heart with others in a very elevated way. So all about having those elevated conversations. It's an air sign. Leo is a fire sign. So just know you're probably going to bring in a little extra water to offset the fire. And then Aquarius is an air sign. So what I would recommend to just, if you're feeling a little like all over the place in your head, for me as somebody who has Aquarius, it's my rising sign. I get yourself out into earth and ground yourself, get onto Mother Earth, get on the grass, ground yourself. If you're feeling a little like lofty and out there, for some of you, it might feel really welcomed, but just to always mind that we want to keep in harmony and balance. So the organs associated for Aquarius that are influenced is really important because it's very much connected to speaking up and speaking your voice and speaking, and it's your thyroid. It's also your thyroid also oversees your metabolism and your body temperature. And the other organs and the other parts of your body that are influenced are your ankles and your calves and your forearm muscle. Kind of interesting. So again, I am by no means an expert. I know enough to be a little more than dabbling, but certainly feel into this and maybe look at where might your regulation system need a little more attention or love. Where might you, maybe it's getting a massage on your calves, on your arms, taking time to really, again, to nurture you. So that is the new moon and then the full moon in Aquarius, which is 8/22. And if you are on the app Insight Timer, then I would love for you to join me. I'll be doing a new moon setting intentions and meditation on 8/8. I will be doing that. All right, my friend, I am going to move to one other deck before we end this intuitive guidance. For those who know me, know I'm a huge, huge fan and a huge spiritual seeker myself, although I do believe we have everything we need within ourselves. I am a huge fan of Abraham Hicks. That is Esther Hicks, who really connects with, aligns with, you could say channels, a infinite consciousness that calls himself Abraham. And I have right now Money and the Law of Attraction cards. Okay, I love her. I love her teachings. And I just felt this month being around abundance. I have a lot of cards. You probably know I love my Oracle and Tarot cards. These cards are just, they sit on my desk and I look at them all the time. So I'm going to shuffle them and just I'm going to actually ask the energy that is Abraham to guide me to pick the perfect card for you. This looks like the card. So let's see. All right. Oh, this is so good. All right. Oh my goodness. Yay. This is so fun. I'm sorry. This is real time. Hopefully you saw, I did not know this was going to be the card. What is the number we're talking about today? What is the month? The number 8. What did I choose? Number 8. So cool. Thank you. All right. Thank you to all my infinite source intelligence, the force field of love, I call it some days. All right. So I picked number 8. So we know we're in alignment because we're talking about the month of August, which is 8. And I talked about the Lion's Gate, which is 8/8. So we are in alignment. Let's see what it has to say. I am the attractor of my every experience. Okay. You are meant to live an expansive, exhilarating, good feeling experience. It was your plan when you made the decision to become focused in your physical body in this time-space reality. You were born knowing that you are a powerful being, that you are good, that you are the creator of your experience, and that the law of attraction, The essence of that which is like unto itself is drawn, is the basis of the universe, and you knew it would serve you well, and so it has. All right, I am obsessed with this card. I love this reminder that you and I, we are the attractor of our every experience, which means, and I'm just going to say it, sometimes we can look around, we can see other people doing things, and it can feel like, oh no, there's not going to be enough, or I'm not there yet, or hasn't happened yet, or why am I not doing that, or I want more money in my bank, or paid more, whatever. And here's the beautiful thing. First of all, you and I have free will. So anytime we want support from higher guidance, which I believe is also connected to our higher self, to our inner self as well, we just ask. We can align, we can pivot if we're in that spot by looking at what is happening. Look at what's so. What would you love to have more of or invite in? And how can you attract that? How can you focus on that? Abraham talks a lot about appreciation, because my brain is a serial processor, meaning it can only focus on one thing at a time. When we focus on appreciation, it changes our energy, and we're all made of energy. So it brings us into that state of alignment with appreciation, which is a very high vibe emotion on the emotional scale. So just remembering, no matter what else is happening, you are the attractor. And the cool thing is, this has helped me a lot. When I see somebody who's really like succeeded at the level I would love to get to, or, in a health goal or a career or whatever it is, it's like, thank you. This is a new way to look at it. Thank you for inspiring me and showing me what's possible. Thank you. I'm appreciating anybody I see out there who has really, whether it's accomplished a goal or living a certain lifestyle or ability to make an impact. So I want you to think for yourself, right? Are there those that you can appreciate, might be a little farther down the path? That's all. Thank them, appreciate them. And remember, you're the creator of your experience. We absolutely, we get to do that through our own free will, our own focus, and our own energy of attraction. So such a powerful card. I love that it was number 8. I hope that this has been helpful for you. And I just want to remind you that I will be back again. I will be doing this every month. Please let me know your feedback. Share below here, in the comments, your insights, your takeaways, your intuition. Did you get an intuitive hit while listening to this? Curious what you're seeing for yourself. Let us share so that we can really create a community, just like we're heading into this month with that full moon of Aquarius and that up-leveled self-awareness. Let's hold that space. So I would love to hear from you. I'm so honored to be part of your path. My prayer is that this offered you some deeper connection to your own heart, your own self. Please, again, share below your comments or let me know what you got from this intuitive message. And if you haven't yet taken the assessment, definitely do so. Go to my website or juliereisler.com/intuition assessment. Either way, I am wishing you, my sacred friend, a powerful, abundant, blessed August, the month of 8, of infinity, of infinite intelligence and wisdom and love. And to remember that you and I are created from that. It's an honor to be here with you. I'm sending you so much love always. Mwah.